Hello friends and fans, welcome back to John HJ Gaming, and today we're going to play some Knights on Pen and Paper. It is something like a Dungeons & Dragons kind of game, so let's try it out. I've tried a fair bit, so I've gotten some gold for myself. Let's start with a new game anyway. Alright, so in the background I think you see a TARDIS. If you do watch Doctor Who, that's where the TARDIS is from. Alright, so let's start a new game. As you can see, I've played a fair bit. Alright, so let's start. What's gonna happen is that, the guy in the middle, he will be the dungeon master. So he will narrate the story, and you can have a couple of players to play in the story. So we can start with at least 2 players. I'm gonna start with all 5 to give you guys a look at all of the available choices. So let's start with the first guy. Now, there are 2 things that we can pick. One is the character, so we can see Mr. John, the nerd, the pizza guy, Jock, Wolfie, and little brother, and each of them have a different, unique kind of bonus. And at the same time, you can pick their class, so that's something that we can mix and match. Alright, so I'm gonna pick my first guy to be the mage. Alright, so yeah, we have Paris as well. We get 50% discount, which I think is pretty interesting and pretty good to have, because that will save us a fair bit of gold when we go to the blacksmith. Okay, so let's get the mage first, get it out of the way. I think we have a guy called the... I think we have a special guest. Right, so that's Magicka. So you get 20 MP. And some of the other guys, like Miss Goldberry, this is a pretty powerful kind of thing. So this is something that I really like. Alright, Grandma gives you a 100% to tread. Lucky Gal, lots of very interesting guys. Plus 5 to initiative and plus 30 XP. So that's all very nice. I think these guys are the guys that will join you as you play a little bit more in the game. Not too sure about that, but I don't remember seeing these guys when I first started out my game. Alright, so let's take a look. Everyone's ally. I think this would be very nice for a cleric. So you have less threat, you get hit less, and you get mana steal. So that's pretty nice. Alright, so I'm gonna stick to what I know. So I'm gonna go for the special guest as my mage. Okay, so I'm gonna add player. Yep. So I'm gonna need another guy. I like a paladin to help me soak up the damage. Right, so for my paladin, I really like having either the extra threat or I think larger initiative. For example, like this guy over here, so that my paladin gets to start first and draw the damage. Right, so that's what I'm thinking of doing. I think this guy might be pretty nice actually. Plus 5 to threat, that's not too crazy. 3 to bonus, sorry, plus 3 bonus to attack. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go for the guy. Okay, this I don't think is too useful, because I think you want to try and keep your player alive. So this is one guy that I'm not gonna pick on too much. Okay, so let's get back to him. Plus 5 to initiative and 30 extra XP. So he will be my paladin. Yes, we'll pick a paladin. Next, let's try and pick another player. A warrior would be pretty nice. The rogue is not something that I really like, because it does single kind of damage. I prefer a AoE kind of damage. The druid is not something that I like as well, because it's something in between the attack as well as the kind of healing class. I prefer a more specialized kind of unit. Alright, my cleric, I tend to favor the cleric a lot more, so I'm gonna let Miss Goldberry be my cleric actually, because I'm gonna get the paladin to soak up the damage, so I'm not too worried for my cleric. So let's add 10 gold. Sorry, add the player for 10 gold. Let's do that. Okay, And I think we'll need a warrior. But I'm gonna let Paris be my warrior actually. And we have Paris. Where's Paris? Right, because she has 50% discount on blacksmith. So I think, or should I say, I would expect my blacksmith to require a fair bit of upgrades. So I mean my warrior to need a fair bit of upgrades from the blacksmith. So that's something that I'm gonna pick. So Paris for 80 gold, yes, come on. And I'm gonna pick one more guy to have a full squad. And I think I would like to pick the rogue. So let's see what we can do. I'm not too sure whether the one skill duration actually lasts. For example, let's see, poison. If we can have an extended poison duration, that would be pretty nice. Alright, so in any case, I will not want to have a lot of threat on my rogue because it would be nice if he could, you know. Oh wow, plus 10 increased range, that's sort of not bad. Plus 5 threat, that's not too bad. Mana Steel, I think? I'm not too sure, is this a girl? Or a guy? Well, I think Gui might be pretty good. Let me take a look. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick Gui actually. Although Pizza Guy might be quite nice because it saves me a fair bit of gold that I could use to buy something else in the shop. Alright, so let's pick Gui anyway, and I'll let you guys take a look at the shop. So let's get you for 250 gold, pretty expensive, but I think we can earn gold along the way. So let's take a look at the shop. Okay, you can actually buy some snacks, and for example, it gives you a buff for the time duration of 15 minutes and so on and so forth. You can get some drinks. These drinks are also a time duration kind of buff. I bought some objects such as the crown so that I can fight increased number of monsters each time, and the Holy Grail, I can have 5 players on the table. Initially you will be restricted to I think only 2 or 3. So this is a pretty nice pickup. The loaded dice would be pretty nice because it is permanent. All these are permanent, so it's all very nice. So hopefully later in the game we can get some of these upgrades. Alright, so we can change our tables as well. But the one right now gives me a increased XP gain, so that's something which I think is pretty important right now. So I'm pretty happy with that. And my Dungeon Master, he's the comic story guy, so it gives me more XP, so I'm pretty happy with that as well. And I'm using the TARDIS. I'm just going to keep it to the TARDIS, try and save up a little bit more money, and spend my money with the blacksmith. Okay, so I think let's get started with the game. This icon over here shows us our items, our stash. Okay, and this item over here actually forwards the game. So let's go forward. Right, so is everyone ready? All character sheets are set up. Yeah, let's rock on. Alright, so let's continue. Before we start, you should know that you can set the difficulty of this game by increasing or decreasing the amount of monsters you fight. So the adventure begins now. As you wake up, you can hear the cold whispering of the wind. You can't remember anything that happened before. All you know is that you are a group of friends locked up in a tower prison for no reason at all, and everyone's calling you assassins. While searching for a way out, you notice that the prison bars have been broken by some kind of magic. Let's get out of this place. Sure, I think we're gonna face some guards, right? Yep, we do. Okay. Guard 1, hey, you're supposed to be inside the cell, not outside it. Right, so let's fight some guards. There are 5 of us. Alright, so we're gonna kill 2 guards or more. Nice. So there is a tip. We do not need to kill all of them at once, and we can battle as many monsters as you like at a time until you reach the objective. Alright, so let's battle. So I could battle a single one by adding just one guy and clicking on him to remove him away. So I could do one, but I think there are 5 of us, so I'm gonna just take it very easy and just do it all in one shot. Please don't cheat. I don't think I need to cheat, right? Okay, so I think I can tap on them to attack. What I should have done actually is to hit number 3, because based on the dice roll, if you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, this guy over here will start as number 1, number 2, and he'll be the next guy. So if you could take him out, then you would be spared a hit from him. But I'm just gonna pile on to number 7. Okay, so number 3 has hit my rogue over here. Okay, so let's continue hitting him because we do not have any abilities right now. So let's do that. Okay, so I think we should win very easily using just our basic attacks. Now victory, 110 XP, that's fine. Alright. So this icon over here allows us to fight on a little more. And this icon over here allows us to rest, to refill our MPs or HPs. But I think we are trying to escape, so I'm definitely not going to rest right here in the dungeon. I'm going to continue with the game. Sound the alarm. We have a situation on the 2nd floor. Uh-oh, the alarm. I think we should sneak past the next guards. Rolls dice. Nice. Nice roll. You sneak past the other guards while everyone is too busy looking for you. As you reach the 1st level of the tower, a strange man covered in a dark cloak is waiting for you on his horse-drawn wagon. We shall leave this place for now. Hurry up. Okay, I don't know who you are, but we have to trust you for now. Okay, so we go to the default village. Very nice name, right? Very unique. Where your adventure is just about to begin. Quest is done. Pro tip, you may choose whichever quest you like, but the main quest will be marked with stars. Okay, so that's something we'll take note about. Try and look out for the stars. Okay, so I think this is the map. Shows us the map of the area around us. It seems pretty big, I must say. Okay. We could fight. I think this is the potion. Okay, we could buy some stuff from the shop. I'm not too interested in the items, but I think I'll go for some equips. They seem fairly cheap. So let's get a couple of bronze medals actually. 3, 4, 5. And what we're gonna do is that we are gonna go into the chest and give one to each of our characters. Give them a buff of 5 HP. Okay, so that should be done. And later we could sell them over here, so it's not too bad. Okay, so let's continue. Alright, so that's the star. So this quest will bring us forward, so let's do that. Slay monsters and gain 50% more experience. Sure. A girl approaches the group and cries out in a desperate voice. Is she cute? Wow, okay. Her charisma is 19, that's fairly high. Alright, commoner girl. There is a rat infestation in the village. Please, could you deal with it as fast as possible? The commoner girl is really frightened, and you can see in her eyes you're helping not only her, but the whole village as well. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna kill 5 rats in 1 or more battles. So let's do 5 rats. 3, 4, 5. Alright, so let's do 5. As you can see, the bar actually changes color, so do take note. If you go all the way, you know, that will be a little too much. So let's not be too crazy. Let's add just 1 more and start. Are you kidding? I think we are fine. We have the numbers. Oh right, so I think I forgot about the fact that we currently do not have any abilities. Right, so anyway, there are 5 of us. I think we can survive. Might be a mistake on my part. Okay, so 1 is down. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, let's continue tapping. Okay, I think my paladin's gonna get killed. Murdered! pretty terrible. Alright, so my paladin's dead. Okay, that is the first time I've hit a character die. So, well, let's try and survive. It would be much easier if I had even a single ability. So this is a careless mistake on my part. So if you do play the game, do remember not to start off with so many enemies at once. Gain a level or two, gain some abilities, and yeah, it should be fairly easy for you. Right, so very fortunately they were hitting my paladin, so that saved my other guys. Okay, but I think the cost of reviving him should be fairly cheap because he is level 1 after all. Okay, alright, so he's dead. That's terrible. Yep, for 0 gold. Sure, let's resurrect him. Can we rest? I think it's time to rest up. Okay, so I think we are full, so let's wake up. And let's get some abilities over here. I want to get the meteor because it damages every fall, so it's an AoE kind of damage. Alright, so paladin, you gotta wait. Now gold berry, I think I like the smite. Oh, I could go for the circle of healing, but I'm gonna go for the smite because I think we're gonna level up very soon, so I'll be able to get circle of healing. It heals and restores all your group members, so that's very nice. So let's get smite for now. What you do is you deal some damage and you heal yourself for 5 HP, so that's very nice. Okay, Paris, I think you're going to get the AoE. Yep, you're going to hit 3 foes at once for me. My rogue, concussion blow is not too bad. I like the double strike actually. But let's do a DPS. DOT, sorry, do a poison DOT. Alright, so I think that's all. So let's continue the quest. Alright, so maybe the rumors are true. You really are great warriors, wait here. She quickly goes inside the house. What is this, a bathroom break? Quest is done. Nice, we earn more respect from the villagers and at the same time we upgraded our paladin. Very, very nice. Okay, so I actually think devotion might be quite useful actually. Although the leader strike would increase my threat, so let's get leader strike. The abilities in the beginning is not too important because you're gonna level very quickly, so you're gonna get much more abilities very, very soon. Okay, so let's choose the next one. Interesting. Alright, so we're gonna stay the bats high level. The annoying bat sounds heard throughout the village are about to drive insane when a nearby old man speaks up. Old man, where are all the girls? Alright, the bats are eating all the villagers' food. They fly about every night. You already know what must be done. We need to stock more food. Winter is coming. So very nicely done. Maybe you could look into the bat cave to avoid more attacks in the future. So let's kill 5 bats. Okay. I'm gonna be reckless as usual and go for 5 of these bats at once. Are you kidding? I think this time I'm fine. I think we should be fine. Let's go for meteor. Right, so that's very nice damage to all. Well, let's do the leader strike. I think the next one is number 5, so let's go for you. Okay, so you can see this little symbol over here is getting the threat. Now let's do the smite. Let's go for number 5. Right, taken out. Really? I thought I did upgrade you, didn't I? Interesting. Okay, so let's go for number 5. I think my guys are fine. Now Paris, let's hit 3 guys at once. Alright, that's not too much damage. Okay, so let's go for another meteor. Yep, I think we are pretty good. Let's do some basic damage and we win. Very, very easy. 800 XP, some gold, very, very nice. And we leveled again. So let's get some more upgrades. Let's go for meteor. You're gonna be my AoE kind of guy. My paladin, I'm gonna go for the devotion for now. Now the cleric, I think let's go for the circle of healing. Paris can continue improving on your AoE power. Now my rogue, poison is a passive, vanish is nice, concussion blow is very nice as well. Let's get concussion blow just in case. Okay, so let's continue with the quest. As you can see, sometimes NPCs have good tips for your quest or where to go next. Stay alert. We appreciate your willingness to help us. We really need all the help we can get. The king has been so weird lately. Everything is quite different from the way it was before. See what I mean? Let's continue our adventure. Quest is done. Alright, the bats have returned to their cave. You should investigate further or they will come back eventually. Okay, got more gold. Always very welcome. So, we can slay more bats, I think. Okay, so let's do that. Do you remember what the old man told you in the last task? No, I'm used to skipping all of the chat and flavor messages in games. Are those even necessary anyway? And then you should read more, because sometimes you will find some useful tips and info. Whatever, what did the old man tell us anyway? The old man told you that the fourth village will probably be attacked again. You should head to the Den of Devil and make sure they won't leave that place anymore. Nice name for the Bat Cave. Right, so let's travel, I think, to the star. Yep, we gotta pay 2 gold, not too expensive. I think the dice roll over here will tell us whether we are safe. So I think if the number is really small, then I think we will be attacked along the way or something like that, not too sure.